Hey, everybody, as I can tell, I have room for that. Okay, good. Welcome back to Pokemon White version. Last time we faced up against the legendary Pokemon Landorus, and thanks to the help of the legendary Pokemon Tornadus and Thunderous, we were able to encounter him. And we capture him completely. This time, I have to make myself amends for leaving you hanging for this. Virtuoso Victini. I got that one. Today we are gonna do something special. We're gonna pretty much continue on with the quest of getting the Team Plasma grants, but I do need to do one more other thing that I'm going to do. So I'm overdue. I'm overdue with a little bit overdue with events, but it took a long time for me to do this because I had some other projects to do. But I will rectify that with getting not one, not two, not three, but 4 events. Yeah, I'm doing a little special for you. Gonna do pretty much downloading 4 events just for you guys. Some of these, however, 3 of these are Japanese exclusives. Yeah, Japanese exclusive events. My surprise, my special. First off, I need to get myself the random one, and then we're gonna do a little team with the legendary with the event itself. The legendary Pokemon, I will say right now. Oh, finally. Mewtwo returns. Thank you for playing Pokemon. Play with this powerful Mewtwo and showed off to friends in battle. I don't remember what this so special is about this Mewtwo. I believe this is the Mewtwo that actually signifies that has Side Strike in its movesets. I believe. See, which ones do I need to get? We already got Root, Ryoku, and Gyalo, but we're missing Bronius and Zinzolin and Gorm. We're missing those ones. All those sages. Now, some special events are going to happen right now. Yes. I'm not going to do WVA from Nintendo Wi-Fi. I'm actually going to go from wireless because that requires you to have. In case you don't know how the wireless events for Pokemon are going, distribution cards. I have myself the distribution ROMs of three specific Pokemon, and you will see which one I'm. Right now, I already set up for a certain legendary Pokemon, and then I have to do it again for the last 2 just one more time. So let's start distributing, and we get a Japanese event. You will not know exactly what the event is until I actually download it. And it even says for more kind of blah blah blah. So yeah, I'm not going to make mention of the thing, but this is just literally an official or distributor event of something really special. So you probably wondering who might this be? The gift has been received. What the hell was that? Units. 21 of November. That's the 11th date. Now ready for the last two, but I'm pretty sure I can download them here as well. Mystery gift. I don't think this is an event exclusive towards Pokemon Y2, because I believe the events that are available in Y2 are also available for Pokemon regular White. Time for a little bit of thing there. Let's start with you. I am standing on the yeah, receive gift. WDS. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Yep, yep, I can get both of them. I have not been recording this entire time. So, hey everybody, welcome back to Pokemon White version. Last time we faced off against Landorus, and yeah, thanks to the help of Tornadoes and others, we were able to encounter it and capture it completely. I already have downloaded the 4 events for that was weird. I had some weird files on my thing. Apparently that was really really interfering. I don't know how this is going, because I'm sorry if it's a little janky, but I had to do this. But I don't know what the hell just happened. So let's see these 4 events for ourselves with those 4 legendary Pokemon. I need to deposit some Pokemon so that I can get this done. And Reshiram as well. I also need to make myself a little team here for the post game, because it's a good team. So, who are our events? First up is Mewtwo. This Mewtwo is level 70 with the, yeah, this is level 71. With Side Strike, Aura Sphere, Shadow Ball, and Side Strike. That's one of those, once again, Mewtwo with Side Strike again. Next up is Rayquaza. Rayquaza, Dragon Flying type, level 70. If you like what's ability with Dragon Pulse, Ancient Power, Outrage, and Dragon Dance. Yes, Rayquaza is apparently from far away, and its OT is actually says Nobunaga. This is Nobunaga's one. Next up is Kyogre. Kyogre, level 100, water type. Drills of ability, holding a water gem. If water sprout, thunder, ice beam, and sheer cold. Last but not least, Groudon. Both the Kyogre and Groudon has specific significance. That's the 10th anniversary of Ruby and Sapphire, Groudon and Kyogre, which were only distributed in Japanese. That's kind of sucky, but it's really weird. Water Spout, Thunder, Ice Beam, and Sheer Cold. Eruption, Hammer on, Earth Power, and Solar Beam. Don't know why Groudon and Kyogre. Actually, I noticed that all 3 of those legendary Pokemon gained a grand total of 3 events. But Rayquaza got a bit special, because Rayquaza's events actually were 2 of them. Technically similar, but a bit different. There's one for level. There, Groudon got both Groudon and Kyogre got level 80. Level 80 Groudon Kyogre got both level 80 ones with some stuff to had, and here's the thing reverse, because the distribution of those events were different, because the level 70 level with Shiny Rayquaza was debuted in March 17th towards April 16th, 2012. While the other Rayquaza, which I cannot show because I already downloaded it and distributed to another game, and yeah, is a very special Rayquaza. Is level 100 with Life Orb for its hold item. It's also distributed in 10th February of 2012. With the moves Extreme Speed, Hyper Beam, Dragon Pulse, and V-Create. V-Create, once again, is a rather interesting move. I do have that Rayquaza in my Pokemon Shield game now. And this is just level 70 Rayquaza, being the shiny one because Nobunaga had one. Well, with the Groudons, it was with level 70, level 80 Groudon and Kyogre were distributed at level 8. Was distributed in March 17. Kyogre a bit back because in Pokédex order. While Groudon and Kyogre together was distributed in 21st to January 10th, 2013. Yeah, that's an interesting one. And one thing I really like that they add Rayquaza with Dragon Pulse because Nobunaga's Rayquaza in Pokemon Conquest would have only have Dragon Pulse in its moveset. Because in Pokemon Conquest, I need to talk to you. Strength and strength alone is the matters in this world. So I believe until I met Ollie here. But winning in Pokemon battles isn't all there is to life. Once I learned that lesson, my eyes were opening to many different things. We all have our band of strength. People and Pokemon both. The strength to make our dreams a reality. The strength to protect what we hold most dear. Why do I think this way now? It's thanks to you, Doc. And Bianca. And Alder. If only Anne could see this too someday. I'm gonna take a long, hard look at myself on the victory roads. I'm going to think about what I can do and who I can become. Visit me sometime, if you want. We'll have a battle, like old times. I'm gonna remove those gems of Groudon Kyogre because I don't want the... I think the team I have right now should be ideal. What do I have? What do Mewtwo have right now? King's Rock, so good. Enigma Berry. Oh, I want to keep the Enigma Berry from using it. That's a really rare berry. Okay. Yeah. Let's actually, get ourselves towards the other, sages. Especially considering what I want to do after what I want to do. Is going to have to deal with a very hellish opponent. Really hellish, in fact. There's something here I wonder. Zinzolan is right here in the cold storage, actually. Which is weird because he hates the cold. So you returned. You're an odd trader. Alright, it's got time enough to satisfy your curiosity. Breathing. Having a heart that beats. That is simple existence. And nothing more for a living being. That may be the definition of living. But I don't think that defines life. The experience of joy and suffering are a vital part of being alive. Katsus gave me the sensation of being truly alive. What did he mean to accomplish? This is what's important. Right now, I'm shivering, I'm suffering, but I'm alive. Pokemon and people live by being together and relying on one another. That might be how you feel. If that's so, is it necessary to separate people and Pokemon? By talking to you, I've discovered that there's much I need to think about. I wish I had had more to give you in thanks. Here, take this. TMO1, Home Class. My Lord N said he wanted to make Pokemon perfect. But even if the relationship between people and Pokemon stayed as it is now, Pokemon can aspire to perfection. Indeed, I am the officer of the International Police, and I demand here to all you know about Team Plasma. It's too cold, and I'm already tired of shivering in here. If you'll give me some time to think, I'll tell you what I know. So, take me with you. Thanks many times over. Now, Ketsus notwithstanding, there yet remains but 2 of the 7 sages still at large. The thoughts they are contemplating, the hopes they are anticipating, these are what I want to know. Until our next meeting. Now I know where one of them is actually in a very special location, which I actually want to save for last. I also want to go, right now I think I should go to the Chargestone Cave because it's really close by. And I should actually prepare myself a Pokemon to fly. And I don't have that, and I don't want to use Rayquaza. Rayquaza is actually one of 2 Pokemon that can learn fly naturally. That's one of the many people really like about one of the interesting things about Rayquaza. It is an it still counts as an HM, so if you teach that to Rayquaza, he will no longer have that for himself. He will no longer be able to do that. Okay. I think I also want to. Do I want to add second? No, I don't do it. It's a difficult choice, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's why I brought Russian for me. Let's bring that instead of Darkrai because I need to move over and over again. Yeah. For the next few battles, let's use Groudon and Kyogre just specifically. Just using the 3 legendary Pokemon. And I also want to buy a Escape Rope and a Repels. One Escape Rope, please. And if I have time over, I'm going straight to the legendary Pokemon that I want to face. Now, it's actually ideal that I'm going through the... go towards Misthalton City because it's closest to the area I want to go. Oh, I went the wrong way. Really fancy way to get myself here. I bought myself Repels, and why didn't I use it? Now, the other thing I like about Groudon and Kyogre, mainly, is the main thing about the legendary Pokemon of Hoenn in Generation 3 is they all have abilities that influence the weather. Groudon summons the sunny day, which is actually really ideal for him because it allows him to use solar beams and really powerful fire type moves, except for the fact he is not a fire type. As for Kyogre, he actually has the better advantage with that. When I saw you in Getna Castilia, I did not care about your existence. Here in the Chargestone Cave, Getsus tested your ability. What's more, we'll test you to learn what it is you are. Team Plasma, come out. Brony is up to 7 sages. I will bring this kid down. That's all day. Groudon is actually really. I do find it weird their move, those 3 legendary Pokemon, especially considering their stats. But I do get how they are actually right now. Let's start with the Pokédex order actually, because they are actually really one of the most interesting legendary Pokemon in my opinion. We'll start with Kyogre because it's in Pokédex order. Kyogre is a pure water type with Drizzle ability. Base set total of 606, yeah, it is actually. It's actually a weird base set total. Right? Yeah, 670, which is weird actually, in my opinion. Because I don't expect Kyogre to be this weak for a mascot legendary Pokemon. But it's only because its power has been so diminished, so it's actually been by sleeping so much, so it makes sense. So they don't exactly have full access to the current power, but they're still powerful regardless. Kyogre has base 90 speed, 100 near perfect stats, except for base 90 the defense and speed, which is really nice. This is near perfect stats actually. Its best stats are special defense and special attack. Special defense base 140 and special attack in 150. Kyogre is really more effective in earlier days, in older days, because it makes full advantage of the Drizzle ability with Heavy Rain. Because it not only has gets power with the water effects being also boosted in the rain, but he also gets Stab as well, and he learns Thunder as well. Literally, all 3 of the Groudon and Kyogre main thing is that they do get the access to the two moves that really benefits them in that thing. Like Kyogre are never missing Thunder, and Groudon with Solar Beam. I should make mention of that. No signature move, but he did get that in Generation 6. Kyogre did get a signature move in Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Origin Pulse. Origin Pulse is a base 110 power, 85% accurate, special water type move with no additional effect. This kid is the real thing. Because of you, I'm now X Team Plasma. Being an X doesn't sound cool, doesn't it? How are you going to make it up to me? Next up is Groudon. Groudon is actually one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Not exactly the all-time favorite of Groudon types, but it is still really close. Groudon is pretty much the physical counterpart to Kyogre. Being also weakening. The one thing I think I get why Groudon is really great with defending with Kyogre is that Drought weakens water type moves, but it does power its fire type moves, so it does protect him greatly from water type moves, but not as much. But in later generations, in 6 and 7, you want to charge for Groudon actually. I'll explain that a little later about Groudon and Kyogre, what makes them really special about that. Groudon's main thing is that it will use lots of physical attacks, and it is really powerful also in special attacks. I should make mention of that as well, like Kyogre can be a good physical attacker, but it's only base 100 and Groudon, and the Kyogre special attack is only base 150. Groudon shares the same stats, except the only difference is it has base 150 attack and 140 defense. Literally the physical counterpart to Kyogre. It can learn really powerful, really decent special attacks, but also really good physical attacks. And only thing what I really don't like about Groudon is that it has lack of physical fire type moves. The only physical fire type moves it can learn in this game is Fire Punch. That's literally all it is. In later generations, he gets Heat Crash as well. In what generation? Generation 8. And it also can learn really powerful Solar Beams as well. That's one of the things what I really like about Groudon. Eruption is also a really powerful special fire type move which you may want to have. He has a lot of great potential in special fire type moves as well. I guess he was supposed to be a fire type, but he isn't. Then that's one of my favorite things about the legendary Pokemon. In later generations, in Generation 6 specifically, it gets the move Precipice Blades, a base 110 power, 120 power, 85% accurate, physical ground type move, with the additional effect, with no additional effect. Yeah. Yeah, that's Groudon in a nutshell. It can be a special attacker if you want to, but it's kind of difficult. Now, I said that Groudon and Kyogre had something special to them in Generation 8, I believe? In Generation 6. They gained additional forms, different forms that revived them into their true power, and oh my god, they're stronger than Arceus. Oh, how powerful are these legendary Pokemon? Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon is what they call it. Primal Kyogre pretty much boosted stats like significantly. Its only thing it changes is that its attack has become 150 and special attack has become 180. And special defense has become 160, so pretty much it becomes a mixed attacker, but once again, small difference in its special attack start being really high. With Primordial Seed, it gains a different weather effect, where it lives last until Kyogre lasts in the battle, because back in the old days, Kyogre does only last with the water effect, rain effect, but now with Generation 6, it just stayed until 5 turns. But this also nullifies water type move effect, and all the other effects for heavy rain just still applies like with that. So pretty much this Pokemon is really powerful aggressively, especially with water type moves. Oh my god, you want to be powerful with that? An next Team Plasma member becomes an ordinary Team Pokemon trainer. That was that moment. Pokemon of our Team Plasma are also fighting for their trainers. It's so obvious that I overlooked it. Thank you for reminding me of that. Here, like you have this, take this. As for Groudon, I will say this right now. Groudon got the biggest bump of them all, actually. He became a part fire type as Primal Groudon, so it becomes a Groudon fire type, means he has a 4 times weakness to water. But that Desolate Land makes water type moves of the it has the same, it just pretty much is the same effect as with the Sunny Day. Except for water type moves becomes completely nullified. So that means that this thing protects as long as he's on the field and that effect is and that ability is active. He stays like that for he has just one weakness then, only ground. Pokemon do their best for the trainers even when they are injured. I wonder where my Lord ends understand what that means. He didn't. Rayquaza is a different kind of beast though. On the topic of Team Plasma, I am the officer of the International Police. So would you be so nice to share all you know? Those who left Team Plasma are behaving with respect and understanding towards Pokemon. Them, please forgive. However, those who won't interact with Pokemon in a kind and honest way, even I will never forgive them. Truly I thank you. Now get this revelation with 1 7 sages at last. In the most thoughts, there are the most hopes. These I must and shall discover. Once more, a brief farewell. Indeed it does. There's still one more thing I need to make mention, which is Rayquaza. Oh, many people really like Rayquaza, and I do get why he got a special event, which features him getting the V-Quake move. And especially considering its shiny form is one of the most popular shinies in all existence. It comes to absolute no surprise why. Rayquaza has a base stat total of 680, making it on par like with Lugia and Dialga and Palkia. He's a mixed attacker, weak with the only weaknesses being, and he has, like on most dragons, have really good coverage in all moves he can act. Like, and it's also even really speedy as well. Yeah, I can just go right here. Rayquaza is just really powerful and really aggressive. It just makes no sense. It is seeing why it's not one of the most popular Pokemon of all time. It's just you living under a rock. I get why Rayquaza is one of the most popular Pokemon. For me, it's shiny. For me, it's shiny. It has major fine points. Its shiny is my favorite shiny of all time, and I can show you right here what the difference is. Rayquaza is the mascot of Emerald, that means that he has indeed a, I forgot the description, has a emerald green body. So Groudon being the mascot of Ruby has ruby red, has his body that's ruby red, and Kyogre has a sapphire blue. What's the difference with Rayquaza? You already saw its shiny before, but I will say it again. Its main difference is that its emerald green body becomes jet black, and jet black Pokemon are really only more popular. And especially considering it's back in Generation 3, because this one, because Gen 1, 2, 3, and 5, 4, and 5 were all about palette swaps. They're all palette swaps that makes them one of the most interesting thing about Rayquaza. And having that just a palette swap from green to black, that's really one of the most interesting thing. It's a mixed attacker, meaning that it's that Pokemon in every trio, being a mixture of the two. Pretty much he has both Groudon and Kyogre's offensive power in their specialty. Groudon's physical attack and Kyogre's special attack in all addition in the form of a Dragon Flying type Pokemon. That itself is a bit of an interesting typing, except for the fact that it has a 4x weakness to ice, and that is one of the biggest downside of Rayquaza, but it has a 4x weakness to ice. However, it can learn Thunderbolt to counter of any ice type, water type Pokemon who has Ice Beam, tend to run that. Another thing, you need to dig deep in order to find yourself a good moveset to have. In Generation 6, it gained a special move called Dragon Ascent, which allows them to also become also get in different form. But with how the Keystone, that move is just there if you want to have a physical move. It's a base 120 power, 100% accurate, physical flying type move. It may say Dragon Ascend, but has a base, but it is a flying type move. It lowers its defense, a special defense in the process, as we call. It's pretty much a flying type version of close combat. As Mega Rayquaza in Generation 6 and 7 only, it gets the Delta Stream ability, which pretty much weakens the. If the Pokemon has the flying type move, a flying type in the typing, that flying type only has a flying type weakness has been weakened significantly. With Rayquaza, that has a really interesting effect. But it can still be counteracted with Airlock and Cloud9, and Groudon and Kyogre can also override that ability. Especially if Kyogre comes in last, Rayquaza has problems considering Kyogre can learn Ice moves like most water type Pokemon. And There's a lot of trains here. I don't want to battle with that. If I don't know what the effects of that Delta Stream will do, because it's just only flying type. The weakest moves used on flying type would be too effective, so would be reduced, would be weakened. So with a Dragon flying type with Rayquaza means that its electric neutrality becomes not very effective. Its rock weakness becomes neutral, and its vortex weakness to ice will become just a regular weakness, just a 2x weakness as it was hit by just rock type moves like that. That's the difference with that. And it becomes much more powerful. Pretty much all stats over 100. 100 above, with only the weakest stats being its defense and special defense in base 100, with base 180 attack and special attack, 150 speed, and 105 HP, but I said already. So pretty much this thing has, once again, shares Primal Growl and Primal Kyogre's stats-wise, and it becomes a brutal thing. Because it requires some moves to Mega Evolve, this thing was banned from Ubers. It was banned from being banned, yeah. You can tell that this thing... You can tell this Pokemon is what considered really scary when people were trying to face it. People would run it all the time, like be the obvious best Pokemon to use. And they would just go nuts with it. I can see the reason why, and I'm not dissing on them, because Rayquaza itself is just a pretty badass Pokemon itself, and Mega Rayquaza is one of the coolest Pokemon of all times. But I did want people to but one thing I don't like about people with Mega Rayquaza is that they should choose their words really wisely, because Rayquaza is not the god of all Pokemon, it's just the strongest Pokemon of all time. One of the most strongest Pokemon, but now that lies with alternatives in Generation 8, who you cannot use. That's a mouthful, and there's the last one. Boo! Were you surprised? Oh, trainer who destroyed our castle, I was quite surprised by you. If you surprise them, both Pokemon and people leave themselves open. Well, they're in a state of surprise. They can't use their powers, like they normally would. Our intention was to surprise people by making our castle appear and showing off the legendary Pokemon. And at the moment, we plan to deeply impress people's heart with the awesome power of Team Plasma and the brilliance of our new world. Now that I've seen the strength of the spirit in you and the gym leaders, I wonder how effective the strategy would have been after all. Maybe that strength of the spirit is what's needed to take Pokemon to the next level? I'm sorry to waste your time with this silly conversation. Take this with you. TM75 Swords Dance. Oh wait, it's not Friday. My Lord's End's dream. You were the one who put a stop to that. Please, don't ever forget that. And now, I am an officer of the International Police, and there are so many things you must tell me at once. Masharna is said to appear here. Its dream mist makes you see dreams, but they are nothing but illusions. Dreams you realize with your own abilities are the real dreams. 1,000 thanks. Doc, on the topic I must speak to you. Having received such a report of someone far from here who has been a person like N, and a dragon Pokemon, I am on my way to ascertain the sufficiency of this information. We will meet again one day. But we will. So that's all the Team Plasma members down and out. It is sad for them actually that they are not able to do things. There is one more thing that I should make mention about this area. If you play this, if you go towards the basement in the Dreamyard at Friday, there will be a different Musharna, a really special Musharna appearing here, which has telepathy for its ability, which is his dream ability, which is his hidden ability. Really worth your time if you want that. However, I'm being budgeted by Pokemon. And that's pretty much literally about every single interactive Pokemon. There's of course a Moongus, but I'm not going through it. Which is one of the interesting things I like about this game, specifically that there is a lot of detail with each legendary Pokemon. It just never ceases to surprise me. So you just have to go right here, and on Friday there will be a Pokemon sitting right here, which being the Musharna who we met. And there is a TM for Dream Eater right here. Somehow we actually were able to get a lot of TMs from the 7 Sages, and we also were able to obtain quite a lot of things as well. I think we should end this off with a nice battle against Sharon. Because I forgot about that. Excuse me. I forgot what I wanted to do. I said that if I had time, I would go after the legendary Pokemon that I wanted to do right now. So I think I have, since I only have to record like 35 seconds in this, I think I should just do just that. Actually, I want to check my Pokeballs real quick because it's going to be rather important that I do that. One thing I will say that really sucks at this game. Okay, this spell is 3-6. Okay, that's good. I do need a Pokemon with Surf, so I'm going to bring my Keldeo with me, everything. And I think we're going to have a fun time here. Because this Pokemon that we're going to face is... by far one of the most terrifying Pokemon that you will face on a offensive level. One of my favorite Pokemon of all time. It's actually one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, this legendary Pokemon. It's located in the Giant Chasm, by the way. And I have not exactly come any near with that location, but I do know exactly where the location is located at. It's really weird how you need to get that. It's so repelling, in fact, okay. And I'm gonna need to go use Surf to get myself over there, but and I can skip a lot of trainers if I take the path I'm gonna take in, and I do want to get myself there as quickly as I can. But the mist here makes things a little difficult to go here. Okay, there's another train right there. Okay. Welcome to Undella Town, which is another really cool location in my opinion. Also, I think I should make mention of this. Don't go into this house unless you're completely prepared for something hellish. You will see what I mean with that at the end of this OP. You will know that. Right here on Route 13, interesting fact, you can find Absols here. Like Lucky, on the unlucky number, you find Absols. How ironic. The trainers here are completely optional, all of them actually. And if you want to get towards that location, you want to serve right here. Get beyond here and climb on these stairs. Now I will make mention of the area that is surrounding this. There's a town here next to this giant chasm, which is called I believe Lacunosa town. Next to the Lacunosa town, I believe. Let me check the town map just in case I know what I'm saying. Not that I'm not talking out of my ass. Yeah, Lucky Nose. Lucky Nose town actually has a very interesting legend about the Pokemon we're gonna face. A meteorite crashed right here, forming this giant chasm, which contains lots of powerful Pokemon, including a wild Metagross as well. Story is, don't tell me I need strength in order to pass here. Please don't tell me I believe I can just surf over here. No, I do need strength. Dang it! Ugh. I miscalculated. Well, there is. I can just merely just talk about that right here when I'm talking about the giant chasm, because it is one of my favorite things about this entire thing. Lucky Nose's legend goes as follows: a meteorite strike formed the giant chasm, creating that chasm you see right there. Inside the meteorite was a dragon Pokemon, which blows down a harsh freezing wind, so you can expect fighting against an ice-type Pokemon. However, this Pokemon was so terrifying that it caused the people to believe that it eats Pokemon, because I was there now, that Pokemon doesn't have a mouth, and they say that it ate people and Pokemon. Over time, people make mistakes of the legend, and of course, that's exactly why they make a mistake here with the legendary Pokemon. And because of that, its retail is awful. And thus they completely defile its name. It constantly come up with the harsh freezing winds. They believe that it eats people and Pokemon alike. And as a result, Lucky Noses has a rule that they build walls to protect itself from that Pokemon, and they come and stubborn rule that at nighttime, where the Pokemon would come out, people must stay inside at all times. That's the legend, which is an awful legend, I will say so. There are a lot of holes in that legend, because especially considering the Pokemon we're gonna fight has no mouth. It does have a mouth, but it's frozen shut. And still roar and such, but it's frozen. Its mouth is frozen shut. So I don't think how a Pokemon with a lack of a mouth would be able to spread so much terror. And why do these trainers are giving me so much trouble? No, my Pokemon was Shrine. I need to find out who that Pokemon was. I don't remember. And pause for you. Because you're not a fairy type. How many Pokemon do you have? For God's sake. And you can see that there is no people outside, because it's really nighttime. And I just said the reason why. Okay. Just see right here. Also make mention, Garrett never holding the Glitchy Shop. Because we had the Glitchy Shop and I didn't make mention of that. Change it in another form. Nah, you. Swap that with you. Whoa, Nico, run away. Power off. It has an animation when transforming. When you have Guillotine in your party. It looks like I start losing time, but I think I know what I'm gonna do. But if I get that before 45 minutes, I think I'm still gonna do it. Also, really nice miss here. I don't remember the path myself. I don't remember this section well, but I do know that there is some kind of lake that I need to see. Found the carbos. Oh, it's right there. Harsh freezing wind, and this entire place has been frozen over shut. All the Pokemon here also should have fled. And there it is. That's the Pokemon they were searching, that they were fearing. It's of course true. This legend. Here we go. This Pokemon is incredibly powerful. Let's just get this going with the last of the legendary Pokemon. Our final legendary Pokemon. Here we go. Kyurem appeared. Kyurem, Dragon Ice type, pressure for its ability, with the move Glaciate, Dragon Pulse, and Prison Endeavor. That part you hear there is for the difference between the music of Zekrom and Reshiram and this thing, okay. If you wanna know Kyurem, if you wanna know how it is a Pokemon, it's an amazing Ice and Dragon type Pokemon, being that Pokemon in every trio. Ironically, I'm saying right now. With really great abilities. Being a Dragon Ice type, making it really bad defensively, but really great offensively as well. Just it's an interesting thing about this legendary Pokemon. I don't know, yeah. It can learn a move, but it does come with both the problems with Reshiram and Zekrom combined, with not really good moves, except for as a special attacker. It has the good special attacker, but it has a bad typing exactly. Do need to dig a little deeper if you want to have a good moveset for him. Kyurem's signature move is Glaciate, with a base 65 power, 95% accurate, special Ice type move with the additional effect is that it will always lower the target speed. It's pretty much Icy Wind on steroids. If you wonder what the true legend is of Kyurem, Kyurem is the Kyurem is, Kyurem is the empty shell left behind when splitting into Zekrom and Reshiram. This is the when Kyurem got to this state, its cells are unstable, so it needed a way to actually stabilize cells, so it froze itself solid. And then that's how it looks like now. Kyurem is also surprisingly faster than Zekrom and Reshiram. That's one of my favorite things about it. If you want to know what the speed are between all Kyurem, Kyurem has a base speed set of 95, while Zekrom and Reshiram, both of them, here's the funny part, which is the really funny part of this, has a base speed set of 90. This one is faster than Zekrom and Reshiram, despite this thing can also use fly, despite its rings frozen like that. But it also is faster because it's hunched over and runs pretty fast. I've seen how Kyurem runs, and it's pretty funny. And it is actually able to see itself how it looks like, how it even contemplate this body. It really mastered this form completely to its best of its abilities. And those endeavors of his are really painful. In prison. I like that because of Kyurem's cry and the Pokeball bursting, it glitched the audio. That's one of my favorite things that sometimes when in Generation 4 or 5, that sometimes when two sounds are going, it kind of messes up the audios a little bit. It's really empty sounding Kyurem. There we go, Kyurem is caught! And prepare yourself for the funniest Pokédex entry ever. Kyurem, the boundary Pokemon, Dragon Ice type. It can produce ultra cold air, its body is frozen. Yeah. Since generations in Sequel, which actually he stars that game, his Pokédex entry always has been, this legendary ice Pokemon waits for a hero to fill in the missing parts of its body with truthful ideals. And if you know what its Pokédex entry is in black, it generates a powerful freezing energy inside itself, but its body became frozen when that energy leaked out. Yeah. This Pokemon can also become shiny, by the way, so if you want to search for a shiny Kyurem, go right ahead. Kyurem was transferred to Box 3. Yeah. And that's all the legendary Pokemon. I will see you guys next time for when we are going to be challenging the Pokemon League one more time, because you unlock something if you beat the Elite Four one more time. See you guys then.